Well, g'day folks, and welcome back to the channel. It's a long weekend and I'm catching up with a little bit of maintenance. One of the jobs that I've got to do this weekend is to fix our ARB Classic fridge. Now, for over 30 years, ARB has been manufacturing the ARB Classic, and in my humble opinion, it is the best fridge that they have ever made. But sadly, they've just announced that the ARB Classic is being run out, so it's no more. Now, we've got a 35 litre that we've been running for probably about 9 years, and this fridge has had a pretty hard life. It's had to deal with the corrugations of the Kimberley. It's been inundated with bull dust when back windows have exploded out up in the top end, and she's not a pretty looking unit. And just last week I went to throw some drinks in to go to work and found she was all iced up, which is a pretty common problem and one of the few problems that you get with the ARB Classics. Now, this is one of the originals, so you can see it's the blue and grey model. I think 2019 ARB bought out the ARB Classic 2, which was essentially the same fridge with just some nice upgrades, mainly around the electricals and functionality, making them Bluetooth compatible, work with the ARB links, that sort of thing. But this old girl, I'm not ready to throw it out just yet, so I'm going to show you how you can fix your ARB Classic fridge if the thermistor goes, and you'll know if the thermistor goes because she'll be reading, she'll be reading anything from 8 through to 20 degrees on your little readout, but she'll be all iced up inside, and it's a pretty simple matter to change them out. Now, it does happen. You can take your fridge into ARB or even a fridge mechanic, and they'll probably charge you anywhere from 150 to 200 bucks to change the thermistor out. I'm going to show you how you can do it for under 20 bucks and do it yourself in your shed, on your dining room table, whatever. What I would say is, because these fridges are running out, I would say get onto your local ARB store and order yourself a spare thermistor. So come in a little plastic bag. I'll put the part number down in the description of this video so you can order it, but it's a 10910027 thermocouple. That's the unit there. Let's get into it. I'll show you how to change it. Right now, so the first thing we need to do is just remove this little plastic cage on the back. There's just some screws in the side, and this will give us access to inside the rear compartment of the fridge when we need to get to change out the thermistor. So it's just a matter of removing the screws. There'll be a couple of cable ties, just bundling your wires together. Just carefully snip them off so they don't snip any wires. Just around here on the side, just this little P-clip, and that's where our thermistor runs into the fridge. So we're going to undo this, and then we'll mark the thermistor. And the reason we mark the thermistor is just so that we know how much of it we need to insert inside the fridge. So let's get into that. You can see there's a little bit of goop just around where the thermistor goes in. Just peel that back till you can see the wire cleanly, and then you use a paint pen. I'm just going to use a little bit of touch up paint for Izzy just on there, and then that, when we pull that out, that'll show us how far we've got to insert the new one into the fridge. Right, so we then come to our little plug there, and we just disconnect that, and that is our thermocouple disconnected and removed from the fridge. That's the old thermistor removed. It's time now to open up the new one. There we go, and in a moment you'll see the reason why we marked the white paint on where it went into the fridge. It's so that we can get how far we insert the new one in exactly the same. So the first thing we're going to do is, you'll see that is looks a little bit different to that. This has got a white paste smeared all over it, and we're going to do the same thing, and I'll show you what that paste is. Rightio, so now using our little paint mark, we're just going to stretch out the new and the old thermistor side by side. And there's our paint mark there on the old one. We're going to mark it on the same place on the new one. There we go. That'll just tell us how far we've got to push it inside the fridge. So to the metal end here, the exposed end, we're just going to get some of this heat transfer paste. Now this stuff is available from J-Car. It's about, I don't know, it's about 19 bucks a tube or something. Smear that over the end of the probe on the thermostat, and then we're going to slip it back into the fridge. So push that in. There's our little white pen mark there, so we know that's how far the thermostat's got to go into the fridge. So we're at the mark now. Then we just get our little P-clip there. Yeah, a little goop, just put our little goop back over the top. They can reuse that. If you haven't got any, little bit of Sikaflex, a little bit of Celastic or something, silicone over the top, just stops any moisture getting into where that is. And once we thread our thermistor cable back through, it's just a matter of getting our little 2-pin plug again. Make sure we got it around the right way. Plug that back in. We'll tidy all these cables up. We'll put some new cable ties on. There you have it, got the old girl all back together. We've got it plugged into 240 now. We'll hit the on button. Right, and she's showing at 6 degrees at the moment. What we're going to do is we're going to leave it for an hour or so, and we'll come back and let's see where we've got this. We're going to set the fridge. We're going to take the fridge down to, we'll take it down to -12. And we'll come back in an hour and see how she's travelling. Well, it's been overnight. Let's go see how the fridge is going. So if you remember, we set it to -12. And look at that. Bang on -12. And she is nice and icy inside. So there you go, guys. That is how to change a thermistor in your ARB Classic fridge. Now, as I said at the beginning of the video, we've got about 9 years out of it, and hopefully we'll get, we might even get that again out of our little ARB Classic, because they are too good a fridge to throw away. So remember, if you got one of these, maybe hop on down to ARB, get yourself 1 or 2 thermistors, because it is the most common issue that you see with this fridge. But in saying that, we got 9 years out of that, and it's had a pretty tough life, so I reckon 9 years is pretty good. So if we get half of that again, I will be happy, and it saves me going to buy another fridge. So hope you found that informative. If you've got an ARB Classic fridge, whack 1 or 2 thermistors in your spare parts box. And if you haven't checked us out before, why not hit the subscribe button and go check out some of our adventure videos. We have been everywhere from the Kimberley to the high country. There'll be something there for you. There's even some other how-tos on the channel. So hope you're going to stick around, hit the subscribe button, and we'll catch you somewhere on the next episode of We Went That Away Adventures. Cheers, guys.